Number 1. Joseph usually sticks to fishing content, but this time he decided to switch things up. Along with a friend, he set out to fish during the day and then camp overnight by the lake. It started out calm, with good weather, a canoe ride, and a few nice catches. By the time evening rolled around, they had picked out a campsite and quickly set up their tent, which only took a few seconds.
Oh, my rods ain't gonna make it back here, I don't think. Look at all my rods back here. They hitting branches. I just had to get out and grab my rod because the freaking branch pulled it out. I knew that was gonna happen. Oh yeah, we out here. Camp Cray. One of the rods pulled. Yeah, one of the rods pulled or one of the branches pulled a rod out. Oh no, but I got her. I think she's good. There she is. There's my dang canoe because it wouldn't fit. What else do I need in here? All right, I think I'm ready. I'm just bringing this little doohickey bobber. Bring my little bit of water out there. I think I'm ready. We at Lake Cray. We're doing like a little maiden voyage too. It's the first time in a canoe ski. I was gonna sell this canoe, but now I think I'm just gonna keep it. I don't even know how stable this thing is or anything. We're gonna send it. Can't sell her now, Rick. She's been in the water. Oh, we're committed. Ain't as stable as my other one. I'm the motor.
Before calling it a night, Joseph tossed out some bait in hopes of landing a catfish. Everything seemed perfectly routine, but once darkness settled in, things took an unsettling turn.
Hey, Shanny. Set it on the ground. Watch it just like a dang Shanny. And you just pop this. Pop that. No, that's it.
The tent is up, bro.
Holy crap.
That's nice.
Bro, that's pretty fire. It's supposed to be 7x7. Don't really look like it. Boy, that's kind of slick. Look at that thing, man. It literally took 5 seconds. Yeah, that tent's kind of fire, though. I mean, it literally took, what takes the longest is doing the dang rain fly and stuff. And they really don't take long. Got a tent up in freaking 5 seconds, though.
Yeah, that's pretty fire.
Bushnell, I forget what the heck it's called. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna throw some pieces out, see if I can get some catfish. There's a couple cats in here. I don't even have any like catfish hooks.
Not long after lying down, Joseph heard strange noises outside the tent.
I heard something like a weird noise. I don't. What the hell is it? There's something else here. First. What the? Yeah, that sounds like a bear, like for real. I think it stopped, man. It like pushed my whole tent in right here. I'm about to go look. I'm gonna wait a little bit on. I thought I heard it kind of run away. What the f? I don't know how to I'm gonna sleep now.
At first it was hard to tell what it was, but the sound grew heavier, almost like something large brushing against the tent walls. For a moment he was convinced it might be a bear. The noise eventually faded, but the fear of it returning lingered.
Got no idea where that thing went. I just started a big ass fire. Make sure he don't come back, hopefully. No idea. I think the tent's alright. I haven't seen anything on the tent. Man, I might sleep in the freaking... What was that? I just heard something. I might sleep in the damn truck tonight. Literally might be sleeping in the truck. I don't have any food out or nothing.
To be safe, he built up a fire and kept a weapon close, though the rest of the night was tense and sleepless. In the end, the bear, if that's what it was, moved on without causing harm, but the close encounter was a sharp reminder of how unpredictable the wilderness can be. Out there, carrying proper protection like bear spray can make all the difference. It's not just about keeping yourself safe, but also avoiding harm to the animal. Number 2. Bushcraft Journey Camp headed into the Norwegian wilderness for an overnight challenge unlike his usual trips. This time, there was no fire for warmth, no comfort. He set up a small tent deep in the forest with only the most basic gear and a single white headlamp cutting through the darkness. With no firelight to push back the shadows, the cold felt sharper and the night even heavier. The forest seemed quiet at first, but small disturbances broke the silence. Twigs snapping, faint movements in the underbrush, sounds that could be wildlife, yet they always seemed to shift closer, circling. The most unsettling part was the complete absence of commentary. You experienced the night exactly as he did, with nothing but the darkness, the sounds, and the tension of waiting to see what might step into the light. As the hours dragged on, the weight of isolation grew stronger. The tent felt fragile, the silence more oppressive, and every noise carried an edge of intent. Yet nothing ever fully revealed itself. By morning, it was clear this wasn't about testing survival skills in the cold. It was about enduring the mental strain of being truly alone. Number 3. This encounter comes from Travel Snacks, a van life channel where Nina shares her experiences with stealth camping and finding safe spots to park overnight. On the 8th of March 2023, while driving through South Carolina, she set out to find a place to sleep in her van. After checking neighborhoods, store lots, and hotel parking areas, she finally decided on a hotel lot that looked like it would work.
Hilton Garden has plenty of parking, so it's about to go down. Also, there's another van, so that's kind of comforting. Oh, that's a FedEx van. All right, boom. Wait till these people pull past me. Lots of people pulling in right now. It's kind of weird. I'll go in the back. Turn this light on. Make sure that the curtain's all the way over. Window coverings are all up so people cannot see inside. Oh my gosh. But I'm gonna look out the window real quick. Light.
Curtains drawn, windows covered, everything seemed ready for a quiet night. But the calm didn't last long.
There's lights on behind me. And over on this side is that FedEx truck. And this little pickup truck that looks kind of abandoned-ish. And then those cars back there just pulled in. And then there's a bunch of cars parked over closer to the hotel. But so far, there's still like a bunch of spaces available. But there's a lot of cars that are just parked with their lights on, so that's a little sketchy. I don't know. If I walk to the front, pull down my curtain. Anybody's parked in front of me. Just this little pickup truck that
Within minutes of shutting off her camera, a loud knock rattled the side of her van. Outside, she spotted a car with 2 people inside, one of them wearing what looked like a security uniform.
Just a second. Hi.
Hey, you have a room?
I just pulled over just to go to the bathroom back here. I'm leaving.
Okay.
All right, so it happened. That's the first time in hundreds, and I mean hundreds, of hotel parking lots that I ever got the knock. And I hadn't even fallen asleep. I had just, like I said, just sat there and listened for a few minutes. It hadn't even been 5 minutes since I turned off the camera when I heard that knock. Now, normally if it was in the middle of the night, I would probably not have answered because of safety and because they wouldn't have known that I was in there. But since they saw me pull up and park, then they were like, bro, no. that's the car that was parked behind me. So when I pulled up and turned and parked, that car was parked there with their light, but it's a regular car. It wasn't like a security car. So it looked like two dudes, which I couldn't really see, but it looked like two dudes in that car, in that regular car. So I thought it was just like people staying at the hotel. But that's interesting that they have security officers in their uniform, but in regular cars. But again, I actually didn't check that hotel ahead of time to see if they offer free parking or what the situation is.
Not wanting to take chances, she quickly signaled that she was leaving and drove off. Eventually, she managed to find another spot to rest, but the unease stuck with her. For anyone living on the road, this is the kind of situation that lingers in the back of your mind. Even when you plan carefully and pick a spot that seems safe, a single knock from the wrong person can turn the night from ordinary to unsettling in seconds. Number 4. Keith spends much of his free time outdoors, often with his loyal dog, Cora, by his side. Hiking, camping, and exploring are second nature to him. But during one stormy trip to the Lake District, a simple adventure quickly turned into a struggle against the elements. From the start, conditions were brutal. Heavy rain turned the path into a stream, strong winds battered every step, and at one point Keith slipped, injuring his knee.
This here is Cora, my golden doodle. This is classed as a miniature one. So we're out today in the Lake District, in my most favourite part of the world. And actually the most favourite part of the Lake District as well, which is Dungeon Gill. And we're going to be making our way up to Harrison Pike for a welcome tonight, and we'll have a good time. But it's been quite damp today, which isn't a bad thing really, because I'm trying out some new gear. Sorry. I had a Paranormal smock a year or two ago, and I didn't get on with it at all. It leaked a lot through the zips and I wasn't best pleased. But recently I've tried out this Valise jacket and it's been really good. There's a review on my channel and I'll pop a link somewhere. But today, I don't know if I can show you properly from here. I'm trying out these Paranormal Valise Cascader waterproof trousers. So we'll see how they go, and I'll pop a separate review on anyway, because this trip isn't about reviews, it's about the beautiful Lake District.
He pushed on until he found a spot to set up camp.
Normally it's really straightforward, just stepping across a couple of rocks, but today it was really treacherous. Cora, I had to put a lead on her, which was a good job, because Jessie nearly went taken by the water.
As night fell, the storm only worsened. His tent shook violently under gusts that reached 70 miles per hour.
How strong are they? It's really strong. Tend to get battered. But I'm double poled and I've got delta pegs in, so at least delta pegs in the you know, the parts that need to be held well. So hopefully it'll hold up well through the night. These little moments of calm, and just starting again. So I've just put my little wind meter out. I don't know if it's showing, but there you go. It's showing at the highest of the gust, 70 mile an hour. But that's, as I say, the double pole, it seems okay. But I'm certainly aware that we might have to bail if we get to the rest. Don't want to, we're quite high up and a long way down. See how the night takes us anyway. But for now, oh, see you soon. Genuinely got me a bit worried now. The wind's unbelievably strong. I'm hoping we don't have to bail because it's a long way down to Langdale. But this is the most worried I've ever been camping. It really is dust strong now. I'll keep it up to date as we go along. But
inside, Keith and Cora huddled together while the shelter groaned against the relentless force of the wind. He barely slept, worried the tent could rip apart at any moment. By early morning, the storm was still raging, and he prepared to abandon camp as soon as it was light enough to descend. Finally, the winds began to ease, allowing them to make their way down safely. Though they came out unharmed, the night left Keith with a sobering reminder. Nature's beauty comes with power, and sometimes survival depends on sheer endurance against forces completely beyond your control. Number 5. This story comes from Davies Dash, a Canadian channel focused on wilderness camping, ultralight backpacking, and solo survival. On the 7th of June 2025, Davy set out for a solo cowboy camping trip in southern Ontario. Packed light, just the basics, and planned to spend the night under the stars beside a river. For a while, it was exactly what he expected: quiet, peaceful, and uneventful. That peace was broken just before midnight. Davy woke to the sound of movement and saw a man standing only a few feet away, holding 2 steel pipes.
Do you need my light to help you get out of here?
No.
No? You know how to get out?
Would you mind just give me a few minutes? I'm still in my sleeping bag.
Why are you in your sleeping bag? You knew there was somebody in a tent here. You knew that. Do you think they're going to feel comfortable falling asleep in the middle?
Well, that's where I was sleeping. Until the homeless man with 2 fucking goddamn fucking steel pipes come fucking walking into my camp about 10 feet away from me while I was sound asleep.
In that moment, isolation turned into vulnerability. Alone with no tent and no backup, he had no idea what this stranger might do or if others were nearby. Realizing how dangerous the situation was, Davy stayed calm, then gathered his gear and quietly moved deeper into the woods, guided by his GPS.
Because I'd be in a hell of a mess. I'd be in a hell of a mess right now. So thankfully I woke up. But where there's one, there's many.
He set up again in a new spot, still cowboy camping, but far from where the confrontation happened.
Fair enough.
My apologies.
That's fair enough, mate.
My apologies.
Fair enough.
I will push on.
I already got a hold of RCMP and told them to get over here and deal with their because I'm sick of this shit, mate.
No, that's the homeless guy. We'll deal with him later. Right now, let's just get out of here. He's all jibbed up or something. And one thing you can't do is trust a fucking jibber. So let's go. Bear spray on me. I'm trying my fucking bear spray on me.
Though the night eventually passed without further incident, the experience left him shaken. What stood out wasn't the wilderness itself, it was the reminder that the most unpredictable threat doesn't always come from the weather or wildlife. Sometimes, it comes from another person.
Let's just have a seat. Let's just sit and calm down here for a second. Because I'm not a person that's easy to calm down. Yes, I know. I got my GPS on, tracker on. I know where I was. I know exactly what I did. And I know exactly what I didn't do that I feel like I should have done. But I didn't. So, anyways, let me get this bag off. Oh, sweetheart. No. You're brand new. I don't want scuffs on you this early in the game. Alright, guys. Well, there's the bag. There's the bag. Here's me sitting on a bench in the middle of nothing. Oh, coyotes are howling. Do you hear that? Alright, I need a second. Wow, I don't know if you can see this in the dark. This looks like there's some critters down in here. Look at this. Well, I think this is home for the night. We'll just come out here just a little bit, give them a little bit of space. And I don't know what these lights are here. I don't know if that's a farm or... There's the sleeping setup. And again, we have the two tethered together. That might shimmy up for my use if I need it. But again, we're not out here for that shit, man. Anyways, there's the camp set up here in this. I know you can't see nothing, but I came back to the tree that is obviously hibernating some critters. So there's the tree, and well, that's where the critters go, down in there. So we're excited. Let's camp. Still cowboy camping, but now it's... So that incident took place at like 11 o'clock, quarter to 11, and it is now, I don't know what you can see here, almost midnight. So it's time to get a few hours of sleep. Okay. And yeah, so yeah, I've calmed down on that incident. I still, like, inside me, I still think he needs his teeth kicked down his fucking throat. But we've moved on. We're in a better place.
What began as a simple overnight by the river turned into a fight to stay safe. Number 6. This investigation comes from Haunted Rhythm with Robin and Sam, who set out to explore one of the region's most infamous sites, Bloody Bride Bridge. Local legend claims that on their wedding night, a bride and groom lost control of their car and crashed here, leaving the bride dead at the scene. Since then, stories have circulated of her ghost reappearing on the bridge. Some say she manifests in the backseat of parked cars after midnight. Others insist a phantom crash plays out on the road, only to vanish as you approach. Robin and Sam chose the so-called Red Bridge, a remote dead-end road marked with no parking signs, bordered by dense woods and a river.
Well, the stories behind this is pretty much, if you were to park on this bridge after midnight, the bride and the groom will appear in the back of your car. And the other story that I've heard from a friend is that if you come down here, you will see a car crash, but when you go past it, you will not see anything.
No, I'm just sitting down back there for her when she comes.
Well, there's supposedly 4 bridges that intertwine with all of this, and we are parked at the Red Bridge right now, and for some reason we found the most eerie one to go to. Yeah, it's kind of creepy out here. Like, we were all 4 going out at the other bridge, but this one we're kind of...
There was a bunch of construction on the other one, and this one is definitely eerie. It's at the end of a dead end.
There's tons of no parking signs.
Yeah, we can't park on, we're not supposed to park on the street on either side. And this bridge just lays in the middle of, like, these creepy looking woods, and there's a body of
bugs.
Water. Bugs look like little spiders.
Yeah, show her.
Show her.
Or show them.
Sorry my window's so dirty, guys, but you see that? It's crawling around like a dang spider. Look at that. They got so many legs. But there, that's what we're looking at, guys.
The river.
Can't tell me that this is...
The setting alone was unsettling, dark, claustrophobic, and crawling with insects clinging unnaturally to the car and railings. Past midnight, the pair shut off their lights and waited. At first, the silence was unbroken. Then, movement stirred at the tree line. Soon after, headlights appeared down the road, but within moments, they blinked out, leaving no trace. With no turnoffs nearby, the vanishing lights had no obvious explanation. Stepping onto the bridge only heightened the unease. Insect eggs clung to the railing, and strange, muffled noises echoed in the distance.
That's insane.
Go right into the water.
Nuts.
There's a car. Hold on. Okay, there was definitely headlights.
You saw that, right?
Yeah,
You can't go anywhere else.
Headlights. There's no headlights.
Where'd they go?
There's no headlights.
There's definitely somebody just driving down here.
Yeah.
Huh? I don't know.
Those are eggs.
Dude, there be like house spiders on this bridge. I ain't getting that close to this shit. I don't do spiders. What was that? You hear that?
No figure ever emerged, yet the experience carried a heavy sense of presence. The vanishing headlights, the shifting sounds, and the oppressive stillness combined to match the bridge's sinister reputation. Was it just folklore amplifying nerves, or did the investigators brush against something genuinely unexplainable? On Bloody Bride Bridge, even the absence of an apparition can feel like proof that something is still watching. Number 7. Brendan, the face behind Brendan Explores, is no stranger to the challenges of van life. His channel usually focuses on the joys and struggles of life on the road, fixing up his vehicle, cooking simple meals, and seeking out peaceful places to park for the night. But on one particular trip, what started as a routine stopover turned into a genuinely unnerving encounter. After spending the day repairing his van and stocking up on supplies, Brendan drove south in search of a quiet spot to spend the night. His first attempt, a boggy woodland clearing, proved impossible for the larger van, forcing him to push on through heavy rain. Eventually, he found a place near a reservoir, and despite the rough weather, managed to settle in with a late dinner. The calm didn't last.
But tonight, I'm going solo, heading towards the south. After feeling rather proud of myself for fixing the leaky sink, I mopped out the van before loading the final supplies.
Oh, bloody hell. State of it. Just look at it. The joys of trying to find a park up.
After making a 16-point turn, I was eventually able to make it out of that boggy mess of a park up. I ended up heading further south to another park up, nearer to where I'm meeting my dad in the morning.
Your destination is on the left.
Is this it? Ooh. That must be the reservoir there on the left. Let's see if we can get somewhat flying. Oh.
Horrible weather. Okay. Right. Okay. We're now level. We're home for the evening. Finally. What a job. What a job. That's where we are. Ibrook Corner. Oakham. We are right on the edge of this reservoir here, which as for tonight, we can't see it all because it's pitch black. But we got our home for the evening.
As Brendan began to wind down, headlights suddenly lit up the outside of his van. A car had pulled in close, and a figure with a headlamp moved around in the dark.
Been a long, cold, wet and murky day, and I don't fancy spending the next 20 minutes, half hour cooking up some dinner. So something quick and easy tonight. And I think, considering we've had a pork pie as well, I'm halfway through a pork pie, we're just gonna have the one burger, but we're gonna double stack it. So I'll have a double cheeseburger with some Skeeter's New York Steakhouse style barbecue sauce from Aldi as well, of course. A little bit of salt. Demolish the last bit of that pie. Good pie, that. Good pie. Oh damn. Oh damn. That looks good. Oh yeah. Oh, nice bit of crisp on there as well. Oh, blimey. One slice of cheese there. And one slice of cheese here. Look at that. Look at that. I like to use paper plates with a plastic plate underneath for a bit of support. And it's easy to throw away then. Little camping tip for you if you're going away in your van. Oh, the smell. That is incredible. Let's give this a bite. The sweetness of the barbecue and the apple coming through there. And a slight kick of the pepper. And then the cheese Just tops it off nicely. I'm gonna lounge back on my sofa for a little bit. Enjoy the rest of these.
Before he had time to process it, more vehicles arrived, one after another, until several people were gathered nearby. Their movements were unclear, their presence unsettling, and the once secluded spot quickly became crowded with strangers.
Torch on. Someone's at the back of the van. What the hell is this person doing? He's just sat there. The headlights shine at the van. That's a car, not a van. Another car's just pulled up. A couple of blokes just stood round. What the hell are they doing? What was supposed to be a quiet spot is turning into the complete opposite. Someone else has bloody pulled in now. Why are they coming that close? This is weird. We got another one turning up. What the hell?
What began as a simple park-up now felt threatening. The atmosphere was heavy with unease, and Brendan realized the situation could easily spiral. Trusting his instincts, he started the van and drove off, leaving behind the cluster of cars and figures lingering at the reservoir. Only later, at a much quieter location, did he finally find the solitude he'd been searching for. The mystery remains. Who were those people, and why had they surrounded the area that night? A harmless gathering, or something far more sinister? Whatever the answer, the experience served as a reminder that in the wilderness, the scariest encounters aren't always with nature, but with people. Number 8. This investigation takes us deep into Offmore Woodland, a stretch of forest layered with folklore and long-running reports of strange activity. The footage opens on a cold evening, just before dusk, as the host sets up for a solo night of ghost hunting. Around him sit motion-activated lights, 2 meters, and a spirit box tools placed to catch anything unusual once darkness settles in.
We're at a location today called Offmore Woodland, which has gained a reputation for supernatural activity. Many strange things have been spotted by locals, various other people which I've spoken to. I'm actually going to wait until 8:30 PM where it goes much more darker, but until then I'm going to relax and sip my coffee. If any spirit is present with me, can you come forward and communicate by putting various things on my devices? I have lights placed around. You can communicate with those or put words on my spirit box. Where are we? Woods. Sure, that said woods. Yeah, we're in Woodland.
The night begins quietly but shifts fast. Within minutes, the K2 meter is already flashing in response to prompts, an early sign that something or someone is close.
We are going to walk around Offmore Woodland, go in various places. Grabbing my K2 meter. Let's go. Creepy part, we heard noises, great K2 responses, again strange words. Hello? Walking down, sounded like very faint mumbling. Just walking further down, finding places where we can conduct more ghost investigations.
As the camera moves deeper between the trees, faint whispers and fragments of words drift through the audio. The spirit box spits out clipped, distorted phrases that are hard to ignore.
Yeah, we keep seeing lights. Hello? Shut up. Where's the lights going? Hello? Oh, it's moving. Oh, it's coming towards us. It's coming towards us. Put the flash on, It's getting closer. Hello?
What's the bike? I think
It could be a bike, yeah.
really bright now. But did you not hear the weird noise?
Who's there? This is strange, guys.
I can hear voices.
Can you?
It got closer. I can hear voices.
Yeah, I can still see faint lights.
What the flip is this? Hello?
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 Much closer. What is that? We can't lose track of this.
Tension builds when distant lights begin appearing between the trunks. They glide closer, then vanish, with no sound of footsteps or wheels. Flashlights sweep the woods but reveal nothing.
Who did we hear screaming? Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, stay where we are, stay where we are. That's great paranormal. What the f***? Let's go rigged. Whoa. I think we need to grab, one of us go and grab a bit of equipment, gather it all up, and then we go. And then we get ready to go. We've got to go through the church man as well. Yeah, no cars are parked. Yeah, nobody around. No cars parked. You tell me where those noises were coming from. Look.
Oh, this is a graveyard.
Yep.
Oh,
That
hell
makes it
no.
even more creepy.
Hell no.
Moments later, a sharp scream cuts through the night air. The team finds themselves near the ruins of an old church and graveyard, an area with no cars, no obvious visitors, and a heavy sense of being watched. Throughout the rest of the session, their instruments spike sporadically, picking up bangs, rustles, and garbled voices while the lights continue their odd dance in the distance. Even as the investigation ends, the mystery remains unresolved. Was it all natural causes, wildlife, distant flashlights, or interference, or did they capture something truly unexplained? Skyfish is a fishing channel where the guy usually shows off his big catches, chill videos, easy to watch. But this one was different because he went fishing on the Otsego River, right below a dam. The place is full of fish, bass, catfish, gar, even muskie. Instead of staying on the bank like most people would, he walked out across the slippery rocks trying to reach deeper spots. He started landing base after base, including a nice spotted one. Everything was going well until the alarms went off.
Bass of all sorts, bowfin, gar, muskie, catfish, walleye. Already, you see there's a giant smallmouth at my feet there. I'd imagine most people have fished this spot, stay to the bank. It's a little bit treacherous to wade out here. I'm already stepping on fishing line. Because coming out here can be slightly intimidating, especially when you're below a dam. And there's all these signs around saying that the river will rise super quick after they sound the alarm 3 times. So an easy shiner Kitech tied on.
There are signs everywhere warning that when the siren sounds, the water can rise really fast.
Second species of the day, largemouth bass. Come back there.
He caught a few fish, but he was really after the bigger ones, so he started making his way toward the center of the river, closer to the dam.
Got him. Fish on. That's one that actually bit, I'm pretty sure. Not big. Not big at all. What? Actually, another bass. Not a bad one. Oh, he's coming right at me. Oh my god. Wow, look at this. It's literally a spotted bass. I gotta go. Oh. I got 2 more sirens. Uh-oh. I'm almost back. I could be okay. Whew. I got one more siren. Holy.
He panicked, ran back across the rocks, and even hurt his leg getting to safety.
Coming out of those releases right there. Oh, come on. Hopefully she falls to the water. Where's the water gonna come from? If it's not coming out of it, I'm staying fishing. I'm gonna keep casting for a second. Oh, wow, that just scared the absolute shitters out of me. Where's the water coming from? I think they false alarmed me. Can't tell. I just sprinted my ass from all the way over there. I was terrified. I was in the middle of the river over there, and I saw a sign earlier that said, alarm sounds 3 times, the water will raise rapidly. And I'm staying beneath these things. If they open them up, this river will turn into the Niagara. So I booked it over the rocks, banged my leg up pretty good, and what do you know?
In the end, nothing happened. Maybe it was just a warning. Still, if the dam had opened, he wouldn't have had much of a chance out there.